Hey guys, so welcome back to this brand new video. And this video is basically gonna revolve around the solution of count unique values, which we tried to solve in the last video. So we had applied different approaches to do that. Basically, two approaches. The first one was basically three approaches. First one was the simply using object.keys and right object.keys dot length, which would just straight up give us the our frequency counter object's length, that is going to give us the unique values given in an array. That was one approach, and that was a bad approach or a good approach, who knows what. The time complexity was O of n only, but we got deeper into the some other approaches where we used two pointers, and two pointers were not put at the very edge. The first one was not put at the very beginning and the very end of the array, but actually was put like at the first, and just after it we just put it, right? So that was one. And the third one, that actually resulted into like, that was a correct approach basically. In this video we'll follow that approach only, but instead of using that advanced cool looking for off loop and creating a different separate j variable, right? So we'll be using the j variable locally in a for loop itself. Anyway, you get the point. So that's not even the point. Some crazy points were there. Just breathe, okay? Okay. The other thing was, um, what was it? I forgot. How can I forget this? The other thing was using the pointers at the very beginning and the very end of the array. That is array length minus 1 and array at index 0. These places we're putting the pointers. Okay. So sadly, I really don't know how that code ended up working. Putting the pointers at the very end and the beginning. But by far now, I don't think that is possible to do that using that approach. That approach can only be useful when we are comparing values which are most probably at the very extremes. That is like there is one positive value and one negative value. So that thing will be very much useful there. I have a visual representation for that. Okay. So this is the visual representation of such cases, okay, wherein we'll put the pointer at the very edge. It should be in a like this kind of like kite kind of a shape. In those cases, we'll use it when the values are in extreme, positive, negative, and we are purposely trying to reach to a place of certain comparison. When added gives to a certain value, like zero or close to zero or bigger than zero, smaller than zero. You know what I'm talking about. You get the feeling like this kind of approach, but the values which we were dealing with, what we were like, oh, let's apply it here and here. No, you have to apply this straight up here, like next to it. It's not possible. It cannot do the work. Our mere purpose of doing this was what? To find unique values. And the approach is entirely different. We're not we're just not changing left and right simultaneously, or swapping them. We are like moving them forward and updating it with certain value just for a reason. Okay, so you see the difference, right? Yeah, there's no difference. Quite clear. Everything seems a bit very ambiguous, but yeah, leave it. So anyway, this is the code he has written. You know what? Let me just straight up write this. So let's use VS Code. Um, you know what? I'll catch up after I typed it, or if something important there, I'll come up and. So here we're back with the code. So this was basically the code. I have altered few things, but before getting into what I have altered, I know, you know what? Let me just say this. Should I explain the code? Do you know the approach basically? What is the approach? Um, for example, let me just explain you the approach. What is the basically approach here? So you have put a pointer here. me just open this in Paint. um, Paint, you open it, and let's use a pointer as well. Let's use this as a pointer, and let's just give it some color. Let's give it blue. Let's give it, yeah, blue. Purple was like this, matches kind of. So let's give another banger. Baby, calm down. Baby, calm down. So we just, let's just say, just give it red kind of. So what happens basically? First of all, we have given the left one, or let's say, wait a second, what have we assigned to what? So I has been set to there. This is basically I, and this is J. Okay, I and J. So I has been set to 0. This, the index of 1 in this case is 0. You understand it? It's quite easy and understandable. Now what happens in this case is it iterates. It moves from one place to another. No. First of all, we'll compare. Are they same? Yes, they are same. If they are same, we just move the J to a bit further. We just increase the index of J. Again, they will compare. And just move J a bit further. If they are same, yeah. Now again, are they same? Yes, they are same. Move a bit further. What? J a bit further. Are they same? No, they are not same. Since they are not same, what we're going to do right now is we are going to push it further. What further? I further. That's it. No. Stop right now. What we do after we have just moved, after we have incremented the index of I, we copy the current value of J and just paste it over I, like that. Okay, so in order to show that this value has been changed, let me just cover it with this. Okay, and just make it yellow. No, let's make it don't we have other colors? Let's make it pink, kind of pink. Okay, crazy. You see, interesting, right? Oh, by the way, after you have just, should I make it complicated? Let me make it complicated. After you have just updated its value, at the same time, we would request you to, अबे यार, we would request you to update the position of J as well. Because if you keep it like that, again they will compare the same value, and then since they are same, they'll move forward. Why not just reduce the step? Let's just reduce the step by 50%. The comparison will be reduced. The redundancy, there would be redundancy in comparison. We don't want that. So since it's happening, okay, but this is a weird case. Even after we have updated to it to a new position, the J's value, after doing all the scrap, again we find it to a place that 2 and 2 are matching. I's value and J's value is matching. So we do what? We just move it a bit further. Now in this case, what it is, it's different. So what happens? We'll increase I's index to one step further, and as soon as we do it, we copy the value at which J is currently present, and we update it. Oh, sorry, not here. Here, we update it. Crazy, right? So let's just give it another symbol, another banger. So 3 has been updated. What is the next step? At the same step, at the same at the same time, without since the updation has been done, the updation of the value has been done, we increase I also further. You see, sorry, J also further. You see, I is incremented. That's I is moved further. At the same time, I's value has been changed to J's current value, and after, as soon as it's done, we are incrementing J's index as well, because if it is at this previous position, you see 3 and 3, we are getting comparing 3 and 3, which is not a good idea. We have to increment it. So we have incremented it. I know it's a bit confusing, but bear with me. So we are at a place, again we see it's not same. Again we'll have to move it a bit further and then update current value of J to the current value of I after moving it, and just find that. So we have updated these values. Okay, and at the same time, as I told you, we have to increase the index of j as well. Now it is to 5. Crazy. Are they same? Crazily not. They are not same. They're not same. So what would happen? We'll increase, no, not, let me just be very precise here. We'll increase the index of this, and whatever the current value of j is will be get copied, and will be pasted over it. And to make sure that we have changed the value of it, which is quite evident, but still we would circle it, we will just outline it into something. Now at the same time, since updation has been done, we have to increase the j index again, which is 5. Now in this case, are the same? Yes, they are same. Okay, keep on doing. Are the same? Yes, they are same. Nothing is happening, just incrementing when they are same. Okay, are the same? Yes, they are same. Crazy bhai. Are they same? No, they are not same. So what happens right now? We up, we just move it a bit further as usual. Update its value from 3. Wait a second. Uh, you know what is the fuckery here? Let me tell you what's the fuckery here. The fuckery here is that we have chosen an unsorted array. So basically, you understand the concept, right? What I'm saying. God, so I can't do anything. So this array is not sorted. This array is not in ascending or descending order, right? So we can't apply this right now. Whatever we applied, so it will give us a wrong result. So basically, my point was: imagine there is nothing to compare, and it reaches 9. So whatever it will point out to, the I will point out to. Let's, for example, it points out to 5. So what is the index of 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So index of 5 is 5. Index of 5 is 5. Okay, we have to add +1 to it, and it will give the unique number of unique values. Fuck it, bad example. So anyway, you understand the concept. Hopefully, I was doing it so good. This is an unsorted array, my buddy. No, this is not unsorted. This is sorted, I guess. This is sorted one. This array is sorted. Yeah, I feel so sad suddenly. Is it even getting recorded? That will be more sad. Yeah, it's getting recorded. Anyway, so what we have done basically here, we have done a short circuit at the beginning that if this array is empty, then just simply return 0. The length of the array is empty, just return 0. And we have set I, as at the very beginning of this like video only, I told you like we have two variables, I and j. I is a global variable and j is a local variable for our for loop. We don't separately declare them, you know. But anyway, I is initially set to 0, and inside the for loop we have certain things to do. And can you just find a pattern of I plus 1? Why do we do that? To give the correct number of unique value present, right? If we just return it like that, since it is 0 base index, so it will miss one number, we need to add it to it, so we add it. So I'm sorry that it's so confusing, and I'm confusing you further, but hopefully something out of this you will find useful. So here var j is equals to I, and j is smaller than length and j plus plus. You understand what's going on here? We're iterating this loop till the length of this, and I guess it is 13. So it is 13 times 339, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right? Wait a second, bro. It should return, it should iterate till 11. Oh, wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it iterates 11 times. Okay, how many times it iterates? 11 times. Okay. 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 So we have set an if statement, like if both of them are same. If both of them are same, I and j are pointing towards. This is a bad example, but still, let's just, for God's sake, let's just say, um, for example, here instead of 2, if it was 1, if both of them are same, then it is saying, you might have an idea like it is saying do nothing. No, something is happening, because every time this loop runs, J is getting iterated. So that's why I have not written J++ here, because it's already getting iterated. So we might miss on some values. We might get half the result, half of the array, something like that. You know what I'm saying. So we do nothing, but if they are not same, okay, which which is most of the time, hopefully most of the time. That's the whole purpose. Okay, if they are not same, then simply increment the value of I. We have to simply increment i's value, which is initially set to 0. And after incrementing it to I, we have to assign it whatever the current j's value was, right? And you might be saying, you said to increment j also, right? We need to yeah, it is already happening, demo. In every loop it is happening. So why to write it? You might end up causing problem. Okay, so at the end, just simply return this I plus 1 to whatever will be the index of I, pointing towards the value of I at a certain index. So basically I will be the index, and you have to just add I to 1, and it will tell us the unique values. That's all for the video. Is there anything important I like to say? Nothing. That's it. And he has used a kind of a different approach, that basically instead of using else, which I overcomplicated, but for a reason, because I wanted to show you the importance of not writing J++, because J++ is already happening. That's all. I love you so much. And until then, take care, be safe, and keep coding, keep coding, keep DSAing. Yeah. Bye. Take care.